Hey everyone, I'm going to leave a video today. I'm going to talk about parenting and getting kids ready, but there was a big change this morning in our routine, which meant the diffuser in this relaxingness had to go on for a little while. So, lots of things are changing in our world, which means always kind of a change in the parenting style, right? So, today, when we move, we'll be moving in about a month or so, a little over a month. And we are packing and getting stuff together. And while the boys have no idea because they're toddlers, right? They have no idea what's going on. My 5-year-old is well aware of what's going on at this point. And just to give you an idea, oh, I can't do it. So I'll show you. Just to give you an idea, our house is full of stuff. Because it just so happens that we have, my dad happens to be moving soon, so we are getting lots of stuff, that I grew up with, which is fantastic. It's just my house is getting really, really small right now. So anyways, it's very apparent to my daughter that we will be moving sooner than later. Tomorrow, the movers actually come to his house and move big stuff into our storage unit until our house is ready to close. So anyways, with all that being said, when we move, my husband's work schedule is going to change. So he's going to leave from the house earlier, and that means he gets to leave from work earlier, which I'm super thankful that his work has this ability to do so, or that he has the ability to do so. So it's going to make parenting a little easier because he'll be able to be from home. If anybody, I don't know why it's leaking. Is that water? Yeah, there's water under there. All right, I gotta check that. Sorry. But for anybody that knows, when you try to parent 3 kids on your own, it's kind of hard. And Rebecca's definitely been acting out the last couple of days. I get it. It takes some time to get adjusted to kindergarten, right? Whether you're in pre-K or you're not, still takes some time. You're now in a big school. You have to carry your tray or you're bringing your lunch. You're in a big place with lots of kids. It's a lot. It's a lot to get used to. And you don't get to take naps anymore during the day. So anyways, we had a couple of behavior issues. She hit another student on Thursday, and on Friday, she cut her hair a little bit. Now, literally, it's a little bit because when we went to the hairdresser on Saturday, they didn't even notice where she cut her hair. Okay, going through all of her hair, which is fantastic. However, it's one of those things. Like, when I found out she cut her hair, first of all, I will tell you, when I picked her up, I didn't notice. Okay, I only knew because there was an envelope in her folder that said this is what happened. So, with that being said, oh, I don't think I emptied out her folder. Oops. So with that being said, I addressed it accordingly. Now, I could be really upset. Like, I'm upset that she hit somebody. I'm absolutely upset that she hit another kid. Like, we don't put our hands on other children. It's just not how we do things. However, it's still the simple fact that this child needs her sleep. We have been very fortunate. Rebecca has never protested naps. Even now, I can get her to nap on the weekend still. Especially if I know she's going to have something. She needs her sleep. She's just like her mother. So, while I don't condone the behavior that she had, I almost laughed on Friday because, like, cutting her hair at school, I feel like it's a rite of passage. I feel like almost all kids do it. Doesn't make it right, but I feel like they do. With that being said, hitting is not okay either, but when we were talking about the situation, the first thing that occurred to me is it didn't happen first thing in the morning. She said it happened after lunch. Okay, that tells me that she was really tired. It also tells me that she was really tired because when she came home Thursday, And I sent her to her room because we don't hit people. We just don't. We talk about how we talk about our feelings, how we let the teacher know before we get really upset. She was in her room for maybe 5 minutes. And she was asleep. So there's a parenting conundrum there, right? Because they have to know right from wrong. And she knows right from wrong. She's a really good kid. She always has been. She's been amazing. But there are times where, unfortunately, when she gets tired, just like any crabby adult, I mean, how many adults get super tired and make wrong decisions? We're still held responsible for them. And don't get me wrong, she was held responsible. But at the same time, I don't see a reason to yell or scream at her just because she did something wrong. We're going to talk about it. I feel like most positive parenting places, or whatever you want to call it, it's all about talking to your child. Guess what? Children are humans too. We are all humans. Children are just littler humans than we are, and they're still trying to understand the world. And no, the world is not a fair place. Are you going to have a boss you don't like? Are you going to have people you don't like or agree with? Absolutely. But as a mom, I feel it's my responsibility to teach her how to deal with those things. If I yell at her for doing something wrong, she's going to then yell at Cody and Joshua because they're doing something wrong. Well, that's not right, and you're not the parent. You don't need to be yelling at them. But that's what she sees. So as parents, we have to realize it's not just what you're teaching your child, but it's how you're reacting to your child. Now, again, I said it in my last video, and I'll say it in this one. I'm not saying you have to be all warm and fuzzy. You know, if they go play a soccer game and her team loses, I'm going to tell her that stinks. It stinks to lose, and it's okay to feel bad. We're going to try harder next time. She doesn't need a participation reward. She doesn't need an award. She needs to learn wins and loses. And she needs to learn that she gets a positive reinforcement when she does the right things, even things that are expected of her right now. Because she needs to learn that that's really appreciated by us. Look, even my husband and even me, if he does something, the dishes, now he does a lot of cleaning, guys, and I'm trying to work on that. But if he does something that's out of the ordinary, or even just something as simple as putting wash in the washing machine, I'm going to thank him for that. I don't care if it's something you do every day. I'm going to thank you for that because I need to let you know that I appreciate you doing something. And I think we need a lot more of that. So that's how we are choosing to parent. I don't like yelling. I don't want to always feel like I'm the yelling mom and always screaming at my children. Because guess what? I scream at Rebecca. She screams back. Nobody wins. I wait and calm down. I talk to her. I put it in terms that she can understand. And we get somewhere. We now have something we reference. It does make music, so hopefully you guys can hear me over the music. But something else that I reference with her a lot. I saw this actually on a Facebook feed and thought it was fantastic. So if your child's not right, we're all about instant gratification. Most humans are. Adults are, and so are little children, right? They want to do what they want to do when they want to do it. Adults are the same way. As soon as you get out of being in your parents' house, if you wanted to go to Walmart at 2 o'clock in the morning, it's one of the first, for lack of better words, rite of passages, I feel like, when you get your first apartment or when you move out. That's the first thing you do, right? Kids are the same way. So why do we expect them to be any different? We have to teach them how to be different. So I said to Rebecca yesterday, I said, okay, you have two choices. I can either give you one marshmallow now, or I can give you 2 marshmallows in 2 hours. Which one would you like? Well, she chose the 2 marshmallows in 2 hours. And I said, okay, do you know how long 2 hours is? That's like a whole movie. She understood that. Okay. So, with that being said, since you're willing to wait so you can have your second 2 marshmallows instead of just one, let's think about this. If you want to go color, but mommy asks you to get your PJs on, which one are you going to do? Well, she wants to go color. Okay, but remember back to the 2 marshmallows, Rebecca. So if you get your PJs on now, right now, and do it quickly, then you get to color. Not only do you get to color, but you get to color for longer, and mommy and daddy will sit down with you and color. Just like the 2 marshmallows. So she gets an incentive for doing what she's supposed to be doing. She also gets to do what she wants to do, and then she gets either mommy or daddy or both to be with her. Which is a very big deal when you've been the center of attention for 4 years, and then all of a sudden you don't have just one sibling, but you have 2. So it's all a matter of how you phrase things, guys. And just because your parents raised you a certain kind of way does not mean you have to do that for your kids. You can pick and choose what you like. There's tons of things that my parents did that I loved. There's some things that I don't necessarily agree with. And not that they did it wrong, but there's more information now than there was 10, 20 years ago. I mean, 30 years ago, or a little after that, you were supposed, when your newborn came home, you were supposed to lay them on their stomach. Now, that's not the case. You know, before, you were allowed to have bumpers and decorate the whole thing, and babies are going to be fine. Now that's not the case. Things change. And I'm going to call our parenting adaptable parenting. Because again, my 3 kids are different. Even 2 of them that share the same DNA from the same embryo, they are different. They're going to be parented differently. Cody is going to test my limits. I ask him to get off of something, I have to show him what it means to get off of something. You ask Joshua to sit down or get off of something, he will. And all you have to do is provide a look. It's knowing your kids, understanding your kids, and understanding what works best for your kids. It's going to be frustrating. But parenting one kid, or all 5 kids, the same way you parent one, and being frustrated that you're not getting the results that you want out of the other kids, is a sign that you need to just adapt. We all learn how to adapt. We know how to adapt. We all know how we can change, and that's how we need to do. Sorry this is a long video, but this is my first of many, and you are feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my page, because it'll be on my page too on Facebook, and please, please, please comment. We want to keep this all positive because I know other people believe in parenting differently, and that's perfectly fine. This is just helps, tips, and tricks and suggestions that I'm learning. My way is certainly not the way that everybody should parent, and I'm not advocating for that. I am just simply stating what we see as parents, and if it can help anybody or help somebody who might be frustrated to look at things a little differently, then I have completed my mission. Hope you guys have a good one. Bye, guys.